I blinked and missed, like, I don't know. Oh my god, what happened? I looked away for 1 second and everybody's gone. My monsters. Hello everyone, my name is Gracian and welcome back to episode 5 of this Let's Play of Legend of Keepers as the Goddess, the new DLC that just came out. This is a really great DLC pack, I have to say. I absolutely love Toeris the Goddess and her mummy minions, which are extremely fun. We are on mission 2, we are on week 15, and we're about to go up against a group of veterans here. We do have a disaster room, so this will be the first time we've seen the temple disaster room. Looks like we get a master bonus as well as some gold. Now this could be quite fun and lucrative, so let's take a look at our employees real quick. Whoa, some of you guys need a break. Some of you guys need a serious break here. So let's see. Let's toss everybody over here who needs a break and then decide who we want. All right, so we might want to put our morale team first, including, well, Prava here, the Jubako, actually synergizes well with this character here with the nature weakness, because this does nature and demoralize, so we might put you two together in the second group. Front, we need a tank in the first group, so this is probably Brutalis. This character is very tanky against certain things and very weak to fire and armor, so that's going to be a little bit swingy depending on what we end up going up against. Does anybody else deal nature damage? Well, this one would be good because if he's dealing damage to the lowest resistance and we lower their nature resistance, that could be the final blow for them there. So let's go put that guy in there, and then let's make sure we have morale characters in the front. So let's get our Ghost, we'll get our Dark Magus, and our Mummy Colossus. So that'll be a good team there. You guys can all rest up a little bit back at home, and let's go hit these adventurers. All right, so as you, we have our, okay, this is all new. So here we go. A disaster room, area of effect, air damage, and applies air weakness. Interesting, but not helpful for us, apart from the flat 30 damage, which isn't bad. Let's see, minus 20, 15, minus 5. So it'd deal decent damage to these guys. AoE nature and applies silence. Can't use hero skills. Oh, so here's a skill. Applies poison, applies enraged, and deals ice damage to the... Okay, well that's tempting. Or a morale and terrified. Morale taken from attacks and traps increased by 50%. Well, yeah, maybe we're going to want to do that, because we could really get their morale pretty low with this tablet. So after the disaster room tablet, and then by the time we hit them with these morale characters, they're going to be really low by the time we get to, say, this last group of monsters, and they're going to hit hard because they're going to be, I bet they're going to be down to their last chunk of morale. So let's go ahead and do that. First group of monsters. Now we have physical in the front, fire in the front. Well, that's going to have to be our tank. AoE nature. So we might as well put our next physical and fire up next. Ooh, they're all quite weak to it, so not a huge deal where they go. Okay, Pandora's Box, our only choice we have here. Increases penalties if they have any. Second group of monsters, again, physical and fire in the front. It's going to have to be Kephris. Physical and fire. Well, you're quite weak to those, so you're going to go in the back. Why are you there? There we go. All right, let's confirm. I think this dungeon's going to be fun. So let's start with this ancient curse disaster room. Oh, it's a giant scarab mummy beetle. Alright, taking some damage right off the bat. Impairment and tiredness. Oh, I quite like this. Wow, look how low this guy's morale is already. Goodness, that's awesome. We have the big scare or the spectral wave in the back. This is way more effective here. Yeah, with that terrified, they're taking huge amounts of damage. Negative nature resistance, 1. So we'll get 1 stack of wraps here. Skeleton. Bleeding. One morale. That sucks. I mean, do we bother? Like, do we just let this guy live? Because this guy will get to go. Will this ricochet and kill everyone? I better not take the chance. Oh, it's a double. Okay, that's definitely worth it.
I'm committed.
Lightning strike, impairment. Oh my god. So we didn't lose any monsters in this fight. They didn't make it past the first room of monsters. That's incredible. No blood, 17 tiers, 144 gold. Now we have some goddess upgrades here. Ferocious Yawn increases the air and morale damage and tiredness by 1 more stack. That's probably going to be it. Golthor's Blessings increases the wraps. Regeneration +5. I think it's this one. That's a fantastic buff with the extra tiredness. That's going to ensure that the heroes are just doing nothing to her huge health pool. Let's confirm that. Motivational bonus. Oh yeah, we did lose Brutalis. That's my bad. We did lose Brutalis and he turned into a skeleton. So you guys are ready to come back in. Drag everybody in, of course, just in case events have anything to do with this. Now, Siege would let us rent out our traps, but we don't have extra traps. I could use the cash, but I'm not going to do that. There's another Siege. There's a black market. A lot of ways to make money, but I don't want to give up my traps. They're very important. Might head to the trainer, even though we can probably only train a couple of times here. That's 400 to upgrade this character. Gets a lot better, though. Gains wraps when a monster of the group is defeated. That could be interesting because we have the skeletons, so there's extra opportunities to gain wraps if somebody in front of him, or behind him, I guess, dies. 30 extra health, but nothing else changes other than this passive, so not ideal. This one would give a morale attack. Some power and some speed, but no health. So a lot of good options here. This character gets quite a bit of value out of leveling from the tankiness and the power, plus an extra wraps passive. Let's upgrade Prava. Prava's awesome. And let's move on to, I don't want to rent out my only traps. Secret room. One of your employees has accidentally discovered a long-lost secret tunnel. It leads to a treasure room filled with gold and housing a rare and valuable artifact. You can keep everything for yourself, reward your employee with some gold, or gift them the artifact. If we offer it to them, we get gold and they get a level. We could reward them and we take the artifact, or we keep the artifact and the gold. Demons' attacks regenerate their life by 150% of damage dealt if the target is affected by burn. That's specific. I don't think we want that. We just don't do that. So let's take the offer. Let's offer it to the hero to give them +1 level. So that's like a rare monster. So that's like 400 gold actually. And we'll get 200 gold for doing that. That's pretty cool. That level was a little bit lackluster, but I'm hoping that that means that the next level is actually quite exciting, because that often happens. Black market, no monsters to sell. Oh, because it's spare monsters. Yeah, I don't want to sell anybody. The demon fruit. While you were congratulating the cook for his dwarf cheek stew, he told you about a recipe based on demon's gonads. Do you want to sacrifice one of your demons to provide him with the required ingredients? +10 to all master's resistances. Now that's a fantastic buff for a master, but I love Sharon, my dark magus, so we're going to refuse him. Find somebody else to eat. Let's do another event. Zluby's death. Oh, poor Zluby. The cleaning goblin comes to you Weeping, Zlooby, his pet stick insect, died in a mopping accident. Will you take Zlooby to the resurrection room to harvest the goblin's joyful tears, sell the corpse to a gourmet chef, or organize a funeral? Well, that is a lot of tears for 40 bucks. That's a lot of tears. Let's do that. Let's organize a funeral. We'll gather the tears from sadness rather than from happiness. All right, so we got some veterans coming up. No disaster room. Pretty difficult. 3 tier 2s. But we do get an artifact reward and a little bit of gold. So who needs to stay out this game? So let's just toss everybody in here and just kind of think about this for a second. So we're going to do a similar thing here. We have Rodrigo is available, and he can do some pretty good damage, especially once their morale is low, and he actually helps with that, and so does Prava. We have... Wait, why do we have 2 of these? Have we always had 2 of these? So we really need somebody to tank here. Applies Terrified to the back. You've got decent health and decent tanking. Need somebody to tank. Let's do that. And then we need somebody to inflict some damage. Let's put Adam in here. We'll let these ones grow, get their motivation back. We probably need another minion or 2 just so that there's more breaks available. So let's grab our veteran fight here. All right, we have weird rocket glaive lady here, Tomo, with an Onimusha, level 4, tier 2, can't be affected by poison, fire damage in the front. Damage increased by 30% as long as no heroes are defeated. Ooh. We have Urik, an enraged buddy, can't be affected by bleeding. That won't matter too much, but we do have those skeletons that apply, so we have to remember that. And we have a Milgard the Tracker. She does some fire damage. She dodges the first regular trap, can't be affected by demoralized. Well, these 3 are a little bit annoying, aren't they? Let's put a protective tablet down. Shell to the next group of monsters. So we've got physical and fire in the front. Well, that's going to be a problem. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, we're screwed. This group of monsters won't make it far. Yep. Yeah, well, that's going to be trouble. I think they're each going to get maybe 1 turn. Second group of monsters, so we got physical and fire in the front. Oh no, you're bad. You're bad for that. Fire in the back, so you have to be in the middle. Physical and fire in the front. Ah, Rodrigo. Excellent. And Adam, you can tank the back. All right, confirm. Not much else we can do.
Pray to me.
Okay, dodge that one, but those 2 took a heavy morale hit. So what's this, a fire shield? Flame shield, yeah. Reflects damage taken as fire damage, okay. But we're not gonna hit you with damage, we're gonna hit you with morale. And tiredness, which is very big. In fact, now they're all gonna have 4 tiredness, which is gonna severely decrease their damage. Oh, God. Whoa. Took 112 damage before its first turn. Elemental weakness. We are doing... No, we're doing the tiredness one, so let's just do the quicksand. That's not what quicksand looks like. Wow, 7. They're gonna have 7 stacks of tiredness before their second attack. Look at this. This is great. Now here's where this is gonna start really hurting. Oh, okay. Still alive. Well, I was wrong about how well these minions would do. They're hanging in there. Oh, skeleton. Now, you can't be affected by bleeding, so we just want to do... Whoa, 60%? Okay. 28 damage. Oh my god. Oh, 7 morale. So I think this is the obvious answer because it's going to scare one away and then impact the others. Oh my god. Wait. She... Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, 19 tears, 58 gold. Not very much gold, but an artifact is quite nice. Monsters placed at the front lose 50 speed, but their maximum life increases by 50%. If you've seen my other playthroughs, you know that I love this artifact. Transmutation circle. Monsters placed at the front deal 2% additional damage per missing life percent. Interesting. Or miraculous pill. If you've seen my playthroughs, you know I hate this artifact. Let's go with the troll beer. Makes them slow, but they'll tank for a lot longer. All right, everybody get back in here. And we don't have that much money, so maybe we just do an event. Lost adventurer. While wandering around in the corridors this morning, you come face to face with a human. He seems as surprised as you are. What are you going to do? Capture for some gold, kill for some blood. Probably grab the blood so we have some of that as an option. Especially if we want to do an alchemist later on. Corporate feast. You're invited to a work lunch with your employees. They are chanting your name when your turn to pay for everyone comes. What will you pay for? +1 motivation for all available monsters. You could do drinks or meals. Drinks would cost us 15 blood, but I think we're kind of in good shape here in terms of motivation. So I think I'm just going to ignore it and buy our own stuff. Business trip lets us pick. Plunder can give us multiple options. The 2 bird stone. Attacks targeting only the hero at the front deal 30%. Okay, we don't have a lot of that, I don't think, in this game, right? Lots of AoE. Back. There's the ghost front attack, but it's 1. Okay, there's a few. I don't know if morale attacks count as attacks, though. We've been having that issue during this playthrough. Also send this character away for an incredibly long time. We get a lot of stuff out of it, so I think we'll do that. Another event, or we can hit the trainer. Probably need to train up a little bit here. Too many level 1s. Brutalis. Maybe in Rodrigo? This character would get some much needed health. Rodrigo is more fun, though. Let's do Brutalis. And let's do Rodrigo. Because I love Rodrigo. And we've got our next group. So we have a couple of groups here. Veterans and veterans. This one has no disaster room, but is harder. Gives us a master bonus and gold. This one gives us a trap. Well, this one looks harder, so we're going to pick that one. You need a break, and you need a break. So we're just going to have 3, it looks like. So this will do. That'll do for us. So let's take this middle group. They should be harder. Yeah. We don't have a disaster room to help us out. So, again, it's pretty easy with these 2 traps. It seems like this one is basically always better first, and this one's almost always better second. Let's look at our heroes real quick. We have Iris, the herbalist. It's going to heal somebody, lowers penalties. This one's applying dodge and is quite quick. And we have a scholar, can't be affected by poison. Not too big of a deal. So, first group of monsters, we have some nature in the back and some fire in the front. Well, that's going to be a bit of an issue, isn't it? We might have to put you like this. Yeah, I think so. Second trap, Pandora's box. Again, nature in the back and fire in the front. Now you... Oh, you're perfect for the back. And then fire in the front. And what's it? AoE bleeding, so physical damage. So we want you up front because the longer you last, the less likely this fire attack is to bounce from one unit to another. And we'll put Adam in the middle. This will be a fun group to use.
to me!
The combination of the shell plus the tiredness is so helpful to keeping this first group alive. Oh, he's so fast. What's your speed? 125. Damn, that might be the fastest I've ever seen. Got the dodge off here. He's getting wrap stacks because he's being attacked. So negative nature resistance, only 1. Removes all stacks of wraps and applies bleeding per stack removed. That's not really super worth it right now. Let's just do this. More wraps. Just barely alive. So do we do this now? We would put 5 stacks of bleeding on, or do we leave him alive so that his death causes 10% morale to somebody? We can get that up 1 more. I think we do that. We want the morale low so we can do the damage later on. This is more damage total, and she doesn't resist that in any way. Oh yeah, she does get -1 from this penalty thing. I blinked and missed, like, I don't know. Oh my god, what happened? I looked away for 1 second and everybody's gone. My monsters. Slowed or wraps and a random blessing. Random blessing could be nice, but again, the demoralize is how we do more damage. Oh my god, we're so slow. We're the stop. Let me take a turn. Oh god. Nature weakness. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, you dodged. Alright, so we have the AoE nature damage and demoralize. That could be pretty powerful. Crow Swarm, air damage and morale damage dealt increased by 100% if they're affected by demoralized. Well, 2 of them are, so probably better to do this anyway. It's a fun animation, I love that. What are you doing? Just raining down debuffs on them? Yeah, nature weakness, fire weakness. Well, that's gonna suck for you. Flame Strike, burn 2, morale terrified if their armor is negative, which it is. Maybe the burn, though. Wow, these heroes are kind of messed up. So they do have nature weakness still, so we could do the nature damage in the front, but again, she doesn't have it. So maybe it's best to do this one, because we do nature damage with the Toeris. That's a lot of damage, and that's a lot of morale and damage, actually. Boy. Maybe this one. Cool. Kind of hybrid there. We got 14 blood, 7 tears, 182 golds, not bad. Max life, or upgrade fear of mummies to do 11 more morale to the lowest percent person, or Golthor's blessing upgrade. Well, we have a morale upgrade already, so maybe we go with something else like I don't want to do max life. Let's do Golthor's Blessing. That does make this a little bit more tempting. Reps 3. I mean, that's only 2%, right? We don't really have a lot of people that spend that, so maybe we just do Fear of Mummies, actually. It's a little bit boring. Motivation changes. So we can head to the engineer, the trainer, or the merchant. We'd head to the, well, obviously we can afford one of them. Or it would have a little symbol that says you can't do it. Let's get everybody home real quick. Head over to the engineer, and this would do shell 2 to the next 2 groups of monsters. Damn, that's a nice buff. Stacks of penalties. This is more variable. It's hard to control this debuff thing, this penalty thing. So I think we go with this one because that's really helpful. As long as this trap can go before the first group of monsters, which, you know, it's a pretty fair chance it does. So let's do that. Watch for the rest of the dungeon. That'll never happen. Therapist or event? We don't really need therapy. Let's do the event. Budget increase. Good news, everyone. The board has declared that due to a great financial period, the company can allocate you extra resources in the form of a trap, a recruit, or cold hard cash. We can get this Time Watcher, which is fun. We can get this trap, which is trained rats, or we can get a bunch of gold. We could use one extra monster, but we could also use a bunch of gold. So let's grab the monster because that's fun. And this is a Time Watcher. Now let's see, air damage and slowed, and air damage and deals 10% of target's current morale if the target is slower than the Time Watcher. So that's interesting, and he's pretty fast. So Datros here could be in our second group here that does like damage. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's head on over to probably an event. Team building. During a break, you play the famous fantasy role-playing game Houses and Humans with your employees. They've learned a lot about themselves, +1 motivation for all available monsters. Wow, I'm glad we had a great time together. Yeah, +1 motivation. Okay, so we've got our teams here. Now let's send a couple of people home. I think we can afford to take all of them now. And we'll just take the ones we... Well, actually, wait. If there's 2 of these, let's just drop one back home. There's no reason. So that looks pretty good. And we'll take all 4 of these because nobody needs to rest. And we'll just pick the one we need. So we'll go ahead and on to this stronghold here. Now, we've got a stronghold or frozen caves. Now, this one gives more gold. We'll be oh, yeah, it's harder and doesn't have a disaster room. So, yeah, so we do the harder ones. So we'll set up our dungeon, and then we will start this dungeon on the next episode because we're bad out of time for this one. So let's take a look at what the hell is this? A harpooner? What the heck? Okay, ice damage and applies bleeding. Targets the slowest monster. What? Cool. Okay, disciple and an Anamusha? Yeah, we've seen you before. Morale loss reduced by 50%. A bit of a problem. Applies elemental weakness when attacking. Damn, elemental weakness 3? What the hell? Oh no, removes penalties. Okay. Regenerates 30% of her maximum life and gets 30% of her maximum morale back when all other heroes are defeated. Okay. Passive can't be affected by bleeding. I don't like this group. I don't like this group. Boy, I sounded really whiny just there. Okay. Fire in the front. Ice in the front. Ice to the slowest. Well, that's this guy. Fire, ice is... Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, whoever... somebody's gonna die. This is crazy. I can't even deal with this. This one does ice damage to the slowest monster, which is this one. And his ice resistance is garbage, so we're going to be in big trouble here. Like I said, of course, this tablet is going after the first group of monsters now that it's important. Okay, we have more choices here. So we've got fire and ice in the front. Does anybody resist fire and ice? No. Especially not you. And then who's the slowest? You have 50. You have 0? 30. Oh yeah, that's right. Whoever we put in the front loses speed. So that means whoever's in the front will take the ice damage most likely. Two of these heroes are slower than the Time Watcher, so this could do pretty good morale damage with that AoE attack. I think we'll just try that out. All right, and then Pandora's Box is our final trap, and then we are ready to start the dungeon off, but we will do that on the next episode because we are all out of time for this one. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please consider liking and subscribing if you're enjoying my content, and I will see you in the next episode.